So we might as well start with a nice, easy question. Which one do you like the best out of Rach and Dan?
At the moment, I must say Dan.
Why? I don't want to start an argument,
Yeah,
but
but
Rach said Dan as well.
yeah, it's normally Dan.
You guys, you could write a book on being amazing, obviously downhillers, bike riders, but you could also write a book on how to keep a family stable, because if I was to try and do what you guys do with my brothers and sisters, we'd end up literally tearing each other's eyes out. How do you do it?
Yeah, I'm not sure really which one's the bigger challenge, to be honest.
The racing or the...
Yeah, like tackling a World Cup season and like trying to be world champion, or just trying to hang out with my brother and sister all year. I don't know which one's hardest, but I think the two do go hand in hand, you know, like when we're getting on, the results do kind of pick up, and when we're all like bust up and travelling separately, and you know, the results do suffer. So I think the two are kind of quite closely related.
Go hand in hand a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
What describe the best thing about doing what you do?
Getting to do what I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah, getting to do what I love as a job.
What's the worst thing about doing what you do? Changing punctures.
No, I don't do that. I haven't changed the puncture for a long time.
The rumour is that you like hire 58 Lithuanian 8-year-old boys to come and like clean all your kit for you and do your washing and change your punctures.
No, that's not true.
It's one, isn't it? It's Brownie.
Yeah, we've just got the one. Budgets are tight.
You know, stranger to Fort William, what is it that brings so many people to this small Scottish town every year?
I think it's the fact that we've got a World Cup downhill in the UK. You know, people are always used to travelling and going somewhere else, like travelling to Europe, travelling to the States, and you know, now we've got a World Cup. It's here. It's on like pretty much on everyone's doorstep, and it's one of the best ones in the world as well. You know, on the whole circuit, it's one of the most exciting events. Like massive track, huge crowds, and the Brits just seem to love it. You know, it's always rammed.
It's mad, isn't it, when you think like that? Like you say, it's one of the best tracks on the circuit, because you know what us Brits are like. We're a bit kind of like, oh, whatever, blah blah blah. But you know, literally, is it one of the best tracks? Are the crowds the best? Is it one of the best events?
Yeah, I think it is. You know, it's the tracks are not necessarily that much fun to ride. You know, like when you're here to race, and it's a tough track as well. And you know, if it goes wrong here, it's gonna go wrong in a pretty spectacular fashion. You know, you're gonna be in pain, you're gonna be in hospital, and but I think that's why the crowds love it. You know, because when they come here, they know they're seeing like real racing, and they know what they're watching is like, you know, it's legit, and the guys that are racing are really on the edge, and they're giving it everything they have. So you know, the crowds know when they're coming here, they're here to watch a real race.
Can we expect it this year from at least one of the Athertons, do you think?
It's always a big goal of mine to win in front of a home crowd, but you know, I've had close calls, I've had seconds and thirds, but never a win. And nor's Rach and nor's Dan, so maybe this weekend's the weekend for the job to get done.
We want to see it as well. I want to see it. I can't wait. Describe downhill mountain biking, because I can try and convey it to people at home, but it's quite difficult. It's like nothing else, is it?
Yeah, it is difficult to describe. It is quite an individual sport, and that's why it's cool. You know, it's legit. There's nothing else really similar. I'd say the closest thing to compare it to was downhill skiing. You know, but basically you're starting at the top of a mountain, and you have to get to the bottom, and you have a course marked out, and it is fastest man down that track. You know, you can take whatever line you want within the track. You can hit whatever jump you want. You know, your bike can be kind of whatever you want to ride, and it is just about getting down fastest man, and that's why it's cool, you know, because you can't kind of argue over who was best there, who was quickest there. The fastest man on that day is going to win, and that's why I like it, you know.
Simple yet beautiful and effective.
Like me, dude.
Wasn't going to say that, but you know, you're right. You're well, that's true. So obviously, you know, being a previous world champion and you know, World Cup winner, and generally very fit and healthy and strapping young man, good looking, bronzed. Is there a Mrs. Atherton?
There's not.
Yes, ladies, that's what I see. So let me present to you G. He's a Virgo. He lives in Langenong in Wales. He can make his own tofu and likes doing yoga in the mornings. He enjoys a romantic comedy, and he will be yours. Call this number right here. We'll probably put a number up there.
Yeah, I'm Pisces, not Virgo.
Oh, Pisces. Pisces.
Yeah.
G, thanks. Good
man.
luck.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Good work, dude.
I'll be rooting for you.
Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend.
It's going to be a good weekend, isn't it?
Mhm.